What's going on, everybody? It's Wade with Swamp Donkey Archery. Let's talk tack vanes today. Y'all want to talk tack vanes? I want to talk tack vanes. Let's see how to get these things to actually stick on a shaft. All right, how are you fine folks doing? So I got the video I want to do today. I want to go over these tack vanes. These are actually the tack driver, 2 3/4 inch length. So if any of y'all have tried fooling with these tack vanes before, some of you probably know that they can be a bit of a pain to get to glue to a shaft and actually stick and stay stuck. I struggled with that for a little while until finally kind of come up with the right combination of things to make this actually work. So I wanted to go over what I found that works for me that to get these things to work. Now there may be other folks that's found different ways to do it, different process of how I do it, but this is what works for me, and this is what I'm going to show you. So there's several key factors that you need to take in account for when doing this thing. So the main thing is you need to use their products. Glue you might can kind of fudge on a little bit, but you have to use their primer pen to or prep pen to clean the glue channel. I found out by talking to some of the guys at the TAC booth when I was at one of the ATA or at the ASA in, let's say it was the one in London, Kentucky, but I can't remember. Anyhow, if you use something that is colder than what their prep pen is, it doesn't clean the way it should, and your glue won't adhere to the vane. You use something hotter like acetone, which is kind of what I was doing, it makes the glue channel curl up like this. Like this is the bottom of the vane. This is the channel that you put the glue in. It makes the sides curl up like this. And that way when you glue it on the shaft, the sides kind of roll in and it doesn't adhere real good. So definitely use their primer pen. I suggest using their glue because I really like their glue myself personally. I have used the AAE Max Bond. It works really good. And I use the bow hunting like Quick Fletch or something like that. It actually worked pretty good. So I don't think the glue is as particular as what the primer pen is. But the two other main things you need to worry about is you can't have any air bubbles in your glue that's on the little track, and you have to have 100% contact from front to back of the vane. That is the most important thing there. You got to have 100% contact. You got to press down really hard to kind of flatten out the little glue channel and make sure it has 100% contact all the way down. So that is the main things that I've seen that you have to have in order to get these things to work. A lot of the 100% contact is going to depend on how much of a helical or straight, how much of a twist you're going to have on your vane to make sure you get good enough contact on it. Once I finally found that sweet spot in my jigs, I pretty much just leave them there. Don't move them. So anyhow, that is the main things I want to tell you about. Now I'm going to show you. I'm going to do a couple of mine, and I want to show you how I do mine just to so y'all can see how it's done. Okay, I'm going to take you through the process here. I did go ahead and clean the shaft here. This shaft is going to be the new Ultra. It's their 23 series. This is going to actually my arrows. These are my 3D arrows for the year. And we're going to be using the same tack driver, 2 3/4 inch, in the turquoise. I really like this color. Really pretty color. It looks really good on this shaft with the silver label and everything. So always get your primer pen. Hit it on. Make sure you get the flow started. Now you don't want to go stupid with this amount on there. Just one swipe. All you need to do, one swipe. Kind of let it dry. If there's an excess amount on it, kind of like what that one was, I'll dab it to make sure that it's all dried and prepped. And then you want to put enough glue on to hold it, but not too much. This is kind of the magic potion here. So on the little bit longer veins, almost 3 inches long, I'll do 5 little dobs on it. So I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I just kind of smear them all together like that, making sure that I don't have any air bubbles and making sure that I have 100% coverage on that, in that little glue channel right there. And then when you put it on the shaft, mash it down, hold it pretty darn tight. And you're going to hold it on there pretty tight, and you want to do that to make sure that you mash out any air bubbles that's underneath it, to make sure you get 100% contact from the front of that vane to the back of that vane. Then you'll let it dry for a specified amount of time. This tack, I usually like to let it sit for about a minute or two, and then I'll roll it and do the next vane. All right, rolling to the next vane now. I'll always be kind of careful taking the clamp off. Roll it till it clicks. This is, in case y'all don't know, this is the Bitzenberg style fletching jig, and I'm using a right helical on this, just a slight right helical. It's not really aggressive at all, because I want to make sure that I've got full contact on there. I've tried to go super aggressive with the helical on these before, and they didn't like to stick real good. So I kind of found a happy medium there, and that's what I decided to stick with. So you saw I did just one swipe. We're going to let it dry. Do our 5 dobs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Smear it. Get a good even coat. And if I see a little spot that doesn't have any glue in it, we make sure we get it all filled in. I don't want any gaps in my glue. Put it on there. Mash and hold for about 10 seconds. Then let the clamp work, and we'll let it sit for just like I said, about a minute, and then I'll roll it again. All right, time for the next one. I'm actually doing these in a 4 fletch. You was doing a 3 fletch, this would be your last one, but I'm been playing with the 4 fletch over the past couple of years, past year actually, and I'm really liking how the 4 fletch performs. Cleaned it, let it dry. Thumbs. Smooth it out. 100% coverage, no bubbles. Mash and hold. All right, let it sit, and then we'll do the last one. I saved y'all the boring details of watching glue dry on the last one, but here we go. That's it. Our 4 fletch. You can see slight helical on them, and these things are on here. Usually, what I do when I pull them off the jig, before you do all 3 or all 4, this is something I forgot to mention. Put you one vane on, pull it off, look at it really good, kind of pull on the front of the vane or the back of the vane, and see if it tries to pull off. If you see any give, any air gap under it, you're going to have to play with your offset in order to get it to get 100% contact on there. Because if you can move it any and you see that vane just crack up off that shaft, it's done. Pull it off, start over. Don't go ahead and fletch all 3 or all 4 on it, because you're going to get frustrated because they're all going to come off. Get it to where you got 100% contact front and back. And when you get your set on your jig where you like it, mark it, make notes, whatever you got to do to make sure that's where you need to put it. But that's it. And those vanes with that tack vane or the tack glue, or like I said, I've used the AAE Max Bond and the bow hunting glue as well. They'll work, but the key is the tack prep, no air bubbles, the right angle, 100% contact, no bubbles, no gaps. So once you get that combination of things down, y'all will like these vanes. I will say I'm not sponsored by TAC. I just sell them here in the shop, and I sell what I shoot, and I shoot what I like to sell. So these have proved to be some really good vanes. That's why I'm showing y'all how to do this. And I know there have been several people that have had trouble getting these things to stick. And I just wanted to share my experience and how we got them to work. So anyhow, that's it. I hope y'all find the video helpful. Y'all be sure and hit me in the comments down there. Let me know. Let me know if you got any other questions on it. While we're on the subject of arrows, we're still closing in on that 2,500 sub giveaway. I'm almost 2,200 subs now, so we're getting pretty close to it. And the way that's going to work, once I get 2,500 subs, we're going to come up with some kind of contest, share, tag people, or whatever, and we'll pick a winner out of that. And winner is going to get a free dozen arrows in whatever spine and fletching configuration that you want. I'll custom build them and send them straight to your doorstep, all free of charge. So anyhow, just want to tell y'all that. Like I said, let me know if you got any questions. Go to my website, swampdonkeyarchery.com, and it's got all my contact info there. And yeah, now I got work to do. I got 10 more of these or 11 more of these arrows to build right here for me personally. I got several other bows and strings and stuff to get done. So yep, almost Christmas. Hope everybody has a very Merry Christmas, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Appreciate you very much. Y'all have a good one.